In this video, we are going to show you how to install a dash cam in your Land Rover Discovery Sport. Now, we did do the looms for the other vehicles, and people going, when are you going to do a Discovery Sport one? Now, I wanted to double check it because the loom wiring was slightly different on the wiring diagram to the other vehicles, and I wanted to check there was no risk of it blowing everything. So, and we've done that, and we've tried to short all the wires out. Right, enough of that. So this is your dash cam, and you're going to catch all those strange and weird moments as rocks come down mountains and other weird stuff. And they're really useful to have. There's these people doing, that's all come back again, hasn't it, Destiny, where they're faking these crashes and stopping in front of you. That's all back. It's all back all over TikTok anyway. Right. For your dash cam, you will need a power supply to power it. That's pretty much all you need. Some of them take an ignition feed, so when you turn the car on or unlock the car, it starts recording. And for many people, that's fine. But some models have what's called a parking mode, and they will record if they see motion or sense you've been done up the rear while you've been parked. They will record, which is useful. But there you need a battery positive supply because it needs to be supplied with power all the time so it can record when you're not driving. So beware of that. Also, on your dash cam, you will invariably have a power input. I'm looking. Yes, there it is. There it is. So you will have, now it will either be a micro USB, a USB-A, a USB-B. Now, often they plug into your cigarette lighter, but to get it into your cigarette lighter from above your windscreen, which is the best place to have it, is you got to go all around the windscreen pillars and it's all messy, and you consume one of your power sockets where you want to put your cigar lighter or your other accessory or your phone charger. So our Loom goes into the overhead console and uses the power that's readily available there, so you don't consume and you haven't got to run wires. And we have got a whole variety of different ones to suit your different dash cam requirements. So some of them have got a USB-C, which is becoming more prevalent now. So this is the Loom. It's going to plug in, no cutting of wires to tap into it. You've got a fuse in line, and you've got a 12 volt DC, because your 12 volt electrics, your car electrics are 12 volt, and then it gives you this 5 volt DC USB-C. So the USB-C we love because you can't get it the wrong way around, USB-C. More and more things are going USB-C. And then the slightly older school, but still the most common, is your USB-A. So that will, you can then get a lead that goes from that to your dash cam. So that, obviously you can't plug that into your dash cam because that's a female. So the USB-A one was a female, and then you get and often in your dash cam kit you will get a USB-A to whatever it needs. So there's USB-C, USB-A, what's this one? And then some we've actually designed specifically for certain vehicles. So certain vehicles and certain dash cams. So this is for the black view camera. Now the black view camera only needs to tap into the ignition positive, I believe. No, it's got the ignition and the battery, sorry. And this gives you, at the end of here, this connector. The black view is slightly different. It doesn't run off a USB-A or C. It actually runs on 12 volts. Interestingly, most other dash cams run on 5 volts, so you need to convert the voltage. But the black view is quite clever. It runs directly off 12 volts. So that will actually plug straight into your black view. And this one, we've actually bought the Garmin hardwire kit from Garmin there, and we've wired it onto a Loom ready for you to plug in. Right, so choose whatever suits your fancy. If we haven't got what you need, let us know and we'll have a look at that. Right, so let's pick, what should we go for? Should we go USB-A? This is, I think, one of our most popular ones. USB-A, so let's go and install that in the car. What are we going to need? We're going to need a ruler and a trim tool. We'll grab those bits and we'll meet you in the Discovery Sport. Join us in our Discovery Sport. So we are going to take this overhead console up. Now, if you go in with your trim tool here, you can probably notice, can you see that little gap there, Destiny? There is a little sort of gap in the side there. We'll have a look. And what you've got to do is now sometimes you can, don't pull too hard, but you can get a little bit of extra leverage by pulling on the top here. Oh, right, so can you see the clip there? Yep. Okay, and I've got to do the same on this side. I can work it round from the top now. Oh, no, I've pulled the trim off now. Right, hold on, do this. Oh, right. And then it's got two prongs that stick in the front. So the front, don't try pulling it at the front, it's this back that comes down. So you have also got these spring clips here, but you've also got this, if I put my tool behind it, you've got these little pins here, and they grip on this. I'm going to swap cameras here. They grip on this little circular bit here. Right, there we go. I'm going to angle that mirror down, and I'm blinding myself. Right, so there you go. So this is it. Now you've got two connectors. Now we're not going to touch this one. It's this bigger one over here. Now the lead's quite short on this, but if you get in there and press that little pin, you can press the pin and extract. Now we probably should recommend you disconnect the battery, but we've been lucky so far. We haven't blown anything up, have we? But it would be a sensible precaution to disconnect the battery negative terminal while you're doing this. Right, now, and again, it's better really to put this one, so this lead is going to fit straight in there, and right now nothing's live, so it's not. Now, if you're using our one that's just got two wires and you're going to wire whatever you want, wire whatever you're going to wire onto here before you stick it in here, because otherwise you'll have a positive, a battery and an ignition live all sort of next to each other, and they'll be shorting out and they'll be blowing fuses and stuff. So always do the connection last. Now on this one, obviously it's all connected, ready for us to go, so we don't need to worry. We've got no exposed wires, so we can now connect this one into there. Okay, now that should have given us, and we'll get the USB voltage tester out in a minute. Now you could route this through, but more likely not. You're going to route a USB cable through. So we'll grab the USB cable that came with our dash cam now, and I'll show you how to route that through from here to the window. Right, so when you've got this panel up here, you can hopefully, using a flexible ruler, find a route through. Look, so you see that goes straight through there, so we're ideally placed, and we can, in fact, it's so easy there, I don't even think I need the ruler. Now I've found my route, I think I could just grab my USB cable, and he's easy on this one. He's easier than the other cars. He'll just go through. You've got all the room in the world there, look. So now you can see I've got that one ready for the dash cam, and the USB the other end. See those two ends? So I can put that ready in there, and that is, in fact, let's just put the tester in here first. These are really cool, these little USB testers, aren't they? So you plug these in, and you can confirm you've got the voltage you need. See, so that tells you 5 volts, so we know that's all good. Now, this is taking it from the ignition live. Now, on the Discovery Sport, like most of the Land Rovers, the ignition actually comes on when you unlock the car. So it will start recording before you've even started the engine, which is pretty cool. And it will keep recording for like an extra 5 minutes as well, which is cool. So there we go. We've checked that works. Always worth a little check. There we go. And we can put that in there. Now, you could wrap some foam tape or something around here, because they do have a habit of rattling when they're in the... I might better... I can jam it in there. Probably not. That'll interfere with that sunglass holder, and that can be sensitive, can't it? So we'll put that there, put the little feet in at the front first. Oh, I've got another tip to tell people as well. All right, make sure that loom there is out the way. Okay. And then putting it back in is not so bad. Okay, now where you've been messing around, be careful you don't press and hold these lights, because if you press and hold this on the dash, it'll flash up. He says it's not going to do it, is it? And if I press it, let me try again. No, it can disable the interior lights. Maybe it's the middle one I've got to do. But it can disable your interior lights. So if your interior lights don't, just press and hold again and it will re-enable them. Right, sunglass holders all working. Right, so we can now, so you're all good now. You can stick your dash cam on the car. Don't make sure it's not where this is. You need to go to the left of the windscreen. Try it out first as well. There we go, that was the wrong way up. So you can stick it there. Plug it into your dash cam and you're all good to go. We'll leave you to sort your dash cam and all that other stuff, but that should help you get a power supply. Drive safe. Hope that any questions? Fuses. Right, so if it blows a fuse, you've got 2 fuses, and I'll put it on the screen now. I'm going to go from memory here. If one, Destiny's telling me one. Red wire, battery positive. If you fuse the battery positive, you will blow fuse 1. And how will you know you've blown fuse 1? Because your car remote control won't let you start the car. And you think, oh no, I've blown my car up. But you haven't. You've blown fuse 1. And fuse 1 is in the fuse box here. There's a little cover at the back that you just remove. He says. It's got 2 prongs and I've only got 1 hand. Okay, and fuse 1 is the right way up. It's this top one here, which you can see when you look under there. It's one up under there somewhere, trust me. Now the other one is fuse, we've been doing so many fuses. Destiny was right. It's fuse 57, which is your interior light. So if your interior lights don't work and your USB doesn't work, then you've blown fuse 57 in there. If your car remote says key not recognized and it tells you you've got to put your key under here, that's because you've blown fuse 1. Okay, so that's the fuse. I'll put that on the screen. Are we all done, Destiny? We're all done. Good luck with that. Drive safe.